Hello everyone. In this project we want to see how you could interface the continuous servo motor with the Tiva C series Launchpad. So as you could see here we have one continuous servo motor which is actually rotate in 360 degree unlike the standard servo which is you just turn that between 0 and 180 degree. So the servo usually used in the robot cars, you could actually turn the servo in the clockwise, counterclockwise, similar to the DC motor, and in very simple way you could control its speed. So, but if you want to do the same thing with the DC motor, so definitely you need some external units, the driver, the H bridge, and the other external circuits that to do the same thing. But here in the servo, everything is inside this servo, and with just simple code, you could turn that clockwise, counterclockwise, with any speeds that you want. So let's check the circuit diagram. So here we have three wires comes out of your continuous servo motor. So the red goes to the external 5 volt, the black goes to the ground of the power supply and also the ground of your launch pad, and the white goes to the PF1 port that you have. So as you could see here, the code is exactly the similar codes that we use for a standard servo motor. So we use the servo library and the servo write function. So here in the servo write function, you could write between 0 and 180, similar with the standard. So, but here the difference is whenever you put any number, it start to turn continuously in 360 degrees, similar with the DC motor. So the 0, if you give the 0, it's turn clockwise with the maximum speed. If you give 180 counterclockwise, maximum speed. So if you give any number in the middle, which is the middle should be around the 90 or 95. So if you do that, you could actually stop your continuous servo motor. So then the 95, 90 is the center. In theory, you consider 90, but in the reality, depending on the powerful supply that you use, so it could be actually a little be off. So for my case, it's almost 95. I could stop the continuous servo motor. So if we consider 90, so any value with 90 to 0, it's going to be clockwise and decrease the speed if you give a bigger number. So 90 is a stop. So if you give 70, it's actually turn clockwise with a low speed. If you move to the 0, you're actually able to increase the speed of the clockwise. So same thing, if you move from 90 to 180, you could actually change the speed. So 90, 100, 110 is the low speed, and 180 is the maximum speed that you could get from your servo motor. So let's start with 90. Let's start with the 0. So right now I write here the 0, I load that. So what you expect to have, you need to actually to see that clockwise with the maximum speed that you have. So back here, so it's actually clockwise in the maximum speed that it could be turned. So back here, and change the number to the 180. 180 is a maximum speed that you could get whenever you want to turn that counterclockwise. Okay, so as you could see here, so this is still 0, the clockwise maximum speed. Right now I'm going to load the 180 on write function. So then just load it. So I load that. So what you expect, it should be counterclockwise, the maximum speed that you could get. So if you give the 90, around 90, let's try 95. So it should be stop. Okay, so it should be stop. So let I load it and see what's happened here. So as you could see, I'm able to stop whenever I write 95. So definitely if I move from 95 to 180, I actually could turn counterclockwise and increase the speed whenever you move from 95 to 180, and whenever you move 95 to 0, you could actually turn counterclockwise, and you could increase the speed whenever you move from 95 to the 0. 0 will be the maximum speed that you could get from your servo whenever you actually you have 0. So let's just try one of them. So right now I'm going to give you a one small value. I just want you to see the speed, the turning speed that you could have. So let's give 110, for example, 110. So we load that. So definitely what you expect with 110 should be the counterclockwise, right? So this is counterclockwise. So now I'm going to change that to 180, which definitely you will see this should be actually, the speed should be go up whenever you do 180. So let I just load 180, same direction. It should be turned faster. So see, right now it is 180. So let I give a small number, maybe 98. So see, definitely should be counterclockwise and it should be slow. So see, it is actually 98. So same thing here. If I give the 0, should be the maximum speed that I could get in counterclockwise. I actually put the 0, load that, so this is 0. So then I give actually small number around 90, probably 70, or I don't know, 86 for example, and load that. So I change 0 to 86. So you see still actually is small. Even you could actually get more slower if you go more close to the 90. So if I give the almost more close to, see, this is actually 89. So as you could see here, you could actually turn that with low speed. So if we summarize, so around 90 in the right function, it gives you could actually stop turning. If you move from 90 to 180, should be counterclockwise. 180 is a maximum speed. So similar things for counterclockwise. 90 is a stop and 0 is the maximum. So if you move from 90 to 0, definitely you increase the speed of the turning. So thank you so much for watching this video.